And okay, hello, I'm the normal playing guy. So, nice quick video. So, free to play Vegeta Giant Ape, who came out in 2021, is getting the Easy A. This comes alongside the Int LR Super Saiyan 4, and part 2, I presume, will be February. I did a video about part 2, and it turns out never dropped. It's going to be that LR Janemba kind of deal again, where it's going to be February. So, anyway, yes, we got this. It's just a little something that's leaked through here and now. So worthless, except now we have an easy 8. So let's have a look. Of course, we will be looking at 100% stats because he is fully free to play. That is brilliant. So, Giant Ape power is now 77%, or the in type's now 50%. Now, again, if you were rocking Quest, then fine. If you were rocking Battlefield, maybe Stage 1, perhaps Stage 2. But realistically, it'll get you on the board for Stage 1. So, attack and defense, 120%. Okay, that's fine. You get an additional 50% on super attack. Your super attack effect, you stack attack and greatly raise defense and lowers enemy defense. So you stack attack, that's a 20% raise every time, and that's a 50% raise for the turn. Looking fairly decent. You get an additional 120% when there's a giant ape power ally on the team, not just in the turn. Okay, so we're really looking good. You get an additional defense 50% and a 50% chance to crit when there is a Shadow Dragon Saga enemy. Okay, that's a nice little one there. Guards all attack. Oh, that's nice. Guards everything when HP is 50% or more. Unconditional, except for this. And then you turn into a giant ape. Honestly, that's really good. So I wouldn't put him in slot 1, no. But if you had him as a floater, you could have additionals pop off where you get this twice. But at the same time, this guard is helping. You are more than likely going to have this because a giant 8 power ally on the team, that's not difficult. They've had buffs and buffs and buffs. The 7th anniversary, the 8th anniversary, they both had a GT hero buff. So we're definitely looking pretty good on that. Okay, so same warrior race, Prodigy, Saiyan Raw, Royal Lineage, GT, Transform, and Shattering the Limit. Transform, that means he's good on Giants. Yes, there it is. So, might be a possible one for you. So, Giant 8 power, possibly, because on Giants there is that physical Kid Goku who has from the Dragon Ball saga, who has also had an easy A. He stacks defense pretty solid. Giant 8 power could legitimately work out in giant forms. So Shattering the Limit, pretty good. GT is going to be really good as well, given that extra key as well. But like Saiyan Warrior Race, Saiyan Raw, pretty common. Royal Lineage will really help against Vegetas. Of course, we have Shadow Dragon Saga, Pure Saiyans, Vegeta Family, Giant Form, GT Heroes, Bond of Parent, Battle of Fate, Gifted Warriors, Worthy Rivals, and Giant 8 Power. Now, with like GT Heroes, Giant 8 Power, they're a fantastic team. One of my favourite teams, personally. I feel like they've dropped off a little bit in terms of the top 10, but that's probably because of the roster. The roster is very LR heavy. It's a very small team. No doubt that they are exceedingly powerful, but the 8th anniversary units kind of cemented them in a place outside of the top 10 because it is the two leads literally are just LRs. So this could be nice. It helps fill out the ranks for both, for 3 Shadow Dragon Saga, Giant Ape, and GT Heroes. That's really good. Potentially Gifted Warriors and Worthy Rivals. It all really depends if you can get a Giant Ape power, which, considering that Gifted Warriors and Worthy Rivals is mainly Vegeta and Piccolo, you could probably actually get that. So that's pretty good. And the guard is nice. Anyway, so what do we get? Giant Ape when 50% or less from the 4th turn. What do we get? We get this. You do get 3 key. That's really, really nice and really needed. 50% attack. So nothing mega. 50% to attack. Okay, so it's fine. So he isn't going to do a lot of damage. So crits in this particular instance would help chip away the most. This essentially would be a strategic stall where if you're going to get hit by a pretty nasty super attack, you could probably counter it just with this alone because obviously you're invincible in this form. So that could be interesting. So this serves nothing more than just that. So sure. So he's definitely not the most powerful one there. However, in this form, this is definitely going to be one of his better ones. So let's have a look. Who does he work well with? Of course, Giant Ape Power as well. A lead themselves of, I think, 4 key, 150%. So, yeah, perfect. Straight away. Giant Ape Power as well. Legitimately good. This guy is big bad bosses, believe it or not. Yeah, he's not too far, had his Easy A. He's a bit of an older unit against a Goku family member, could help you out. Let's see. He would be no use as he's an extreme int support. So, okay, so Raditz is fairly respectable. Okay, so GT Hero. Okay, so this guy's fairly respectable. Worthy Rivals lead, fairly respectable. And this guy is also on Giant Ape Power. He's mainly for heroes and kind of needs another one alongside him, or Pure Saiyans as well. I think if it's Pure Saiyans or crossover in the turn, so he might not be strictly the best one to be with, but there are some legitimate good options. If you have this guy, he's more than a year old now, year and a half, then sure, he's probably not too bad. There are a few respectable options, I would say, like this guy as well. There and Worthy Rivals lead. If he had an Easy A, he would be really, really good because he desperately needs it. Even if you give him the whole field of orbs, he is not very good. Maybe offensively by then, but not very good otherwise. Yeah, so nice short video. Works out really well. Just real quick, we'll touch on his missions because he belongs to the Easy A area for GT. Now you'll say to me, well, why didn't you do this in your Piccolo video? Well, Piccolo video, the Super Strike, you bloody anything you want. Yeah, okay, there actually, to be fair, there are missions relating to help get the medals quicker, but you don't actually need to do them. You just need to do it X amount of times then. So on here we have GT related people. Now obviously you could probably just go for a Shadow Dragon Saga, right? Could just do that. There are a few here who do pop into Shadow Dragon Saga. Then you could also just choose an all types lead if there was one. Off the top of my head, I can't think of one, but I'm sure one of these would be pretty much acceptable. Now most of these LRs, except for this one, not LRs, most of these URs, except for this one which is brand new, I think. They're all, I mean he's new, but they're all like old. He had his awakening in Easy A not too far ago. He's got it now, so you could use him. Sure. What is his what is his lead again? Oh yeah, Giant Ape Power. If you were to use Giant Ape Power, him, I think you're on it. You're on it. So there isn't actually a lot, so you couldn't choose that. But I'm sure somewhere along the line, or maybe like this guy in particular could probably do it. I'm sure he might be like an all types lead. But point is, yeah, so it looks like you go through, you need all of these. Oh, you need Giru. Giru's Dragon Ball Seekers. Interesting. Dragon Ball Seekers. And is he not? Or is he something else? Am I missing something? What is this guy? He is Dragon Ball Seekers or Int type. Curious. So you could actually use him just for this. So this will be the way to go. Does Dragon Ball Seekers, does that actually have the units in there that you actually need? Maybe. If we're talking like the androids and Meta Rildo, then we're definitely onto the right spot, right? Let's have a look. So it's going to be further down here. You just know it is. Let's see. Yeah, Guru. I think, was he on it? I think he might have been on it. Let's have a look. No, use Dragon Ball Seekers legitimately, you're not going to get anywhere. Wow, that's going to be interesting. Be relying on the stats of the people. I'm sure there might be a better version for that. But anyway, yeah, shorts, that's how you do the missions. Easy A area, it looks like they want you to use Giru, but not strictly necessary. But yes, GT Hero, and that's going to be the people you can use. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this video. If you made it through, fantastic. You can feel free to comment. And if you didn't, well, that sucks to be you. But thank you, and bye-bye.